Hello everyone, welcome to Basic Academic English 2 in the spring semester. My name is蔡. You can just call me Miss Tsai. I am your instructor in this video. Today, I'm going to help break down your video assignment in Unit 1 to help you brainstorm and to give you some examples by talking about some of my own favorite spots on campus. Now, let's take a look at your assignment. Introducing your favorite spot on the NPTU campus. By this point, you should have a pretty good idea of how many campuses there are in NPTU. Did your senior brothers and sisters share this tidbit about NPTU during your freshman orientation? If not, here's a quick review. As we discussed in class, there are 4 campuses on NPTU. Minsan, which I nickname as the Swan Campus. Pinsang, which I call the Crossroads Campus. Linsan, that's the water plant campus due to the sites or facilities nearby. The last one is Cecheng Campus, which is not located in Pingtung City. Okay, you're going to introduce your favorite location on campus. You can do this by describing what you see, hear, smell, touch, or taste there. Remember we talked about descriptive writing in the first semester? Here's your chance to do some more practice. I will also demonstrate this in my video. In addition, you can also describe your favorite spot by adding a personal anecdote, which is a little story about what you did there. Ready? Let's follow me as I take everyone on a virtual tour of my favorite locations on campus. Ta-da! Here's UF, the University of Florida, where I completed my PhD degree. You guys are probably thinking, Miss Tai, aren't you supposed to be introducing NPTU? Hey, I said campus, but I never said it was going to be NPTU in my video. Why? Because my video is a sample for you to reference how you are going to describe your favorite locations on NPTU campus. But it's not going to be the same place. That's too easy. So I'm going to talk about UF. But the same principles for talking about your favorite locations on NPTU campus apply, alright? So don't worry and buckle up as I take you on my tour. Plaza of the Americas. The Plaza of the Americas is the huge lawn that is located in the heart of UF campus. Why do I say that it's located in the heart of campus? This is a location often frequented by students. It is an iconic spot where they gather to eat lunch, sitting on the soft grass, or walk around to take a look at what booths are set up to promote events from student organizations or activities. The reason why the Plaza of the Americas is one of my favorite locations on campus is due to its unique atmosphere. This place is always buzzing with activity. Have you heard this expression before, buzzing with activity? If not, let me explain it to you. A bee goes like this, bzzz. It flies from left to right, never stopping in the same place for long. When we use buzzing with activity to describe the Plaza of the Americas, think of it as a place where this kind of nonstop action takes place. I love this kind of atmosphere on campus since it always makes me feel energetic and optimistic. The Plaza of the Americas is also a very nice place to have lunch. It's actually a tradition. One of the must-do things for UF students to eat Krishna lunch while sitting outside on the lawn. I bet you've never heard of Krishna lunch before my video. Krishna is a religious group which UF has allowed to come on campus to promote their beliefs and serve their delicious vegetarian lunch to students. A typical dish contains rice, vegetable salad, and spice-filled sauce drizzled on top. It's cheap, around $4 a plate. And the best part? Unlimited servings. You can go back again and again for their delicious tomato pasta and halava dessert. Now that I have graduated, I still have fond memories of enjoying the sunshine and feeling the breeze play across my face as I sat on the lawn of the Plaza of the Americas, chatting with my American friends. Lake Alice. Lake Alice is a breathtaking lake located next to one of the student housings on campus. When I first came here, I was taken away by its beauty. It is surrounded by tall trees and flowers. This is one of my favorite locations on campus due to its calmness. Every time I come here, I feel connected to Mother Nature when I see the ripples on the surface of the water, which are caused by turtles, fish, or if I'm lucky, an alligator. That's right, I said alligator. When I gave a self-introduction at the beginning of the semester, I shared with everyone about UF's mascot. Do you all still remember? Gator is short for alligator. Anyway, isn't the contrast interesting? Who would have thought such a serene lake would house alligators? That's the reason why there's a sign in the middle of the lake warning visitors to be careful when going on a nature walk around Lake Alice. When I was a student at UF, I would come to Lake Alice to recharge my batteries. Ever heard of this idiom before? If not, take a guess. It's really easy. As the owner of a cell phone, what is one thing that you have to do regularly to make sure it's working? That's right, connect it to the charger. So, when I went to recharge my batteries by taking a walk at Lake Alice, it meant that my brain was feeling empty and tired. But after going there, I got my energy back, meaning I was ready to take on the world. I especially like going to Lake Alice after the first time it rains in a long while. Why? Have you ever heard of the word petrichor before? Some people say this is one of the most beautiful words in the English language. So, what is petrichor and what does it have to do with Lake Alice? Okay, it's time to put your inferential skills to use. Imagine a period of time without rain. Then it rains. After it stops, I'm at Lake Alice. What's so special about rain? Aha, that's the secret. The next time it has rained, after a long time in Pingdong, go outside. Tell me, what do you smell? The scent that hits your nose is called petrichor. Lake Alice is surrounded by tall trees, which was covered in Spanish moss. The fresh smell of plants and earth come out very strongly after the rain, Again, that's called petrichor. Rights union. Do you know what a student union building is? We also have something similar at NPTU, which is located on Pingsang campus, in front of the administration building and next to the fountain. The student union building is a place for students to take part in activities. You can find classrooms where student clubs hold their classes or their offices. But the rights union, the student union at UF, has more variety than the one at NPTU. It's exactly this reason why the rights union is one of my favorite locations on UF. It holds the key to everything. What do I mean by this? If you're hungry, go to the food court to snack on a slice of piping hot pizza, or enjoy a spicy chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A fast food. Feeling bored? Why don't you check out the latest school-related merchandise at the campus bookstore? Need a place to chill with your friends between classes and don't want to go to the library? Sit on the steps leading to the different floors of the rights union. Let me back up a little bit. Ever heard this word chill before? We're not talking about how cold the weather is today. When a person goes to a place to chill, this means this person needs to relax and let their brain cool down, so to speak. Back to the rights union. Want to see a performance? You've come to the right place. The auditorium in this place holds performances for students to attend. Wait. I know. Let me share with you one of my fondest memories of the rights union. Do you still recall me saying that this is first and foremost a place to take part in activities? The most iconic one is called Gator Nights. Every Friday during the semester, Gator Nights are organized by the student committee. Get ready for a night of fun. Past activities that I have attended include making your own gator plush animal called Stuff a Gator, tarot card readings to find out your fortune, and painting your own ceramic piggy bank, to name a few. Why do I love it so much? Because it's free. Yes, you heard that right. Free to all students with your student ID. How cool is that? Library West. There are a number of libraries on the UF campuses. For instance, the Education Library and the Science Library. So why is Library West my favorite? Easy. It's always open. That's right. College students who are watching this video. Have you ever needed a place to study where you don't have to worry about moving your belongings because the library is about to close at 10 p.m.? Library West is the answer. It is open 24/7. If you don't know what 24/7 means, it's a good idea to pick this word up. It is always written as the number 24, followed by a slash, then the number 7. My dear audience members, please tell me, how many hours are in a day? That's right, 24. What about days? How many days are in a week? 7. So here, the word 24/7 means all the time. Another advantage of Library West, you can bring light food inside. That is so important to students. When you're desperately cramming for the final exam, You really don't want to be bothered leaving your seat to have lunch or even dinner. To focus on studying, one of my most memorable memories was packing granola bars in my backpack and chewing on them in front of the computer in Library West as I alternated between eating and typing midterm papers. Another good reason for going to Library West is peer pressure. Wait, isn't peer pressure supposed to be a bad thing? Hear me out. The peer pressure I'm referring to here is the good kind. When I see other students reading their textbooks or working intently on their projects in front of the computer, this type of studious atmosphere fills the air of Library West. When I lounge next to these individuals, this affects my mood. Whoa, everyone is working so hard. If I sit there and play on my phone, I'm going to stick out like a sore thumb. Have you heard this expression before? Stick out like a sore thumb? Okay, hold your hand out in front of you. The color of your fingers look pretty much the same. But, ouch! If my thumb accidentally gets caught as I shut the car door, ouch! It's going to turn red and swollen. How does someone know I hurt my thumb? Well, it obviously looks puffier and darker in color compared to my other fingers. So when I say that I don't want to stick out like a sore thumb in Library West, this means I should be copying the behavior of other students around me who are studying. Questions or comments? I introduced 4 of my favorite locations on campus: Plaza of the Americas, Lake Alice, Rights Union, and Library West. Which one is your favorite? I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to write down any questions or comments that you have for this video. Come ask me face to face when we meet next time in class, during the break after class, or office hours. You can also shoot me an email or leave a message in our class line group. All right. Thanks, everyone. Let's call it a day and see you next time. Bye-bye. Questions. After watching this video on my favorite locations on campus, please answer the following 10 questions. Submit your answers to earn 1 point for NPTU's 英文概厉害 activity. 1. How many campuses does NPTU have? And can you name them? 2. What is the name of the location on a UF campus that is described as buzzing with activity? 3. What traditional meal is served at the Plaza of the Americas, and what does it typically include? 4. Why does this instructor describe Lake Alice as both serene and potentially dangerous? 5. What does the instructor mean by recharging my batteries when visiting Lake Alice? 6. What is the purpose of the Rights Union at UF? And how does it compare to a similar building at NPTU? 7. What does 24/7 mean? And why is Library West a favorite study spot for students? What is the idiom "stick out like a sore thumb" used to describe in the context of Library West? 9. What is petrichor? And when did the instructor experience this? At Lake Alice. 10. What are some activities available during Gator Nights at the Rights Union?